Today we're talking about 5 things that are keeping your voice small. And by keeping your voice small, they're keeping yourself small because you're not able to authentically express yourself in the moment. So I really want to help you with this because we all need our voices online right now, turned up fully. Watch to the end. I can almost promise you that 1, 2, or 3 of these things are going to be surprising to you, and that if you put some attention towards them and apply your openness and your softness and your self-forgiveness in these areas, you are going to witness a radical expansion in your self-expression. And this is what I really want for you. So let's get into it. Number 1 is your fear of making mistakes. And this is a fear that we all have, of course, but today I want to ask you, have you really embraced making mistakes with your voice? Because until we really embrace making mistakes, the fear is still there. You know, okay, we have awareness that there's fear, but the fear is still there, and so nothing's really changed. And so we're still holding back our voices in what we want to say because we're scared to make a mistake. And I know that for myself, I have a big voice, and this big voice can make big mistakes, and then I feel so embarrassed, maybe humiliated, and then I don't want to try. I don't want to open my voice anymore. I just know that I'm most likely going to make a mistake. And in these scenarios, what I have come away with is that I learn so fast, so rapidly fast when I make mistakes. And this is what I really want, is to learn fast and to grow fast and to grow my voice fast and to grow my authenticity fast. So I really want to encourage you to embrace making mistakes. Like Bob Ross, the artist, happy artist, said, there are no mistakes, only happy accidents. And so much of the time, the only one that's realized our mistakes most fully is ourselves. We're our own teacher. Sometimes I will apologize for my big mistakes only to be met with the, what, I didn't even notice. And I don't know, it's some kind of cosmic thing, but I find that embracing my voice, embracing my mistakes helps me embrace my voice and take a leap of faith. All right, number 2, the second thing that is keeping your voice small, and by keeping your voice small, I mean everybody's voice small, including myself at times in my life. It's a 2-part reason, and it's around projection. It's because you are projecting or assuming that the other person is going to react to what you have to say and how you have to say it by abandoning you or aggressing you, attacking you, being really upset at you. But I want to share with you that when you and I, when we come from a place of grounded love and care and wanting to connect with that other person, then it doesn't matter really what the other person, how they react. It does, but it doesn't, because your medicine of, and how you're going to strengthen your voice, the medicine is in expressing yourself. That's of showing up and expressing your truth and trusting that you're going to meet the moment, that you are going to be able to continue loving and wanting to connect with that other person, no matter what their reaction is. That you will be able to continue the conversation. And I've definitely been surprised at myself in the past by not reaching out to somebody because I thought that they were upset at me, and I didn't want to say anything because I was kind of projecting that they were mad at me. And then I found out later that they were really needing me to go up to them and be affectionate and hold them. And so this is another aspect of how we can project and hold ourselves back in the moment. The other aspect of this point is our fear of being projected upon by others, our fear of what others are going to think about us when we start to express ourselves and express our voice. express our truth. And really, this is none of our business, in the sense that the most important thing is to be authentic to yourself. This world is gonna function so beautifully when everyone is being their true, authentic self and speaking and acting from that place. And if somebody wants to not like you anymore because of what you say, then maybe they're not a great match for you. Maybe you need to take space from them. Maybe you need to not move into the project that you're thinking about working on with them. It doesn't serve either party when you don't speak up, when you don't express yourself honestly, what you're really feeling, what your gut is telling you. You know, it doesn't serve either party, and that will definitely come back to bite you in the future by not expressing yourself now. So I hope that gives you a lot of permission to share yourself more authentically in the moment if that's what's causing your voice to shut down. Number 3, and it is a windy day over here, but gosh, it feels so good outside. The third way of keeping your voice small is by not being fully in your body, by not being fully centered and grounded, present when you're speaking to others. This is a really common thing. This is a really common thing, especially in these times of constantly being in our heads, listening to podcasts and audible books, watching YouTube videos, talking to friends, just navigating life from our heads. It keeps us from really being embodied and really being connected to our authentic self, and thus being able to express from our authentic voice. And this is also where people pleasing comes in. It's kind of speaking from behind a mask, in a way. Like when you are trying to fulfill someone's expectations of how you should be in a particular circumstance or situation, and you're acting accordingly, but you're not really fully centered. You're kind of acting according to the thoughts in your mind and what they're telling you how you should behave in that moment. So people pleasing comes from this, and your voice will sound different. Your voice will sound quieter and meeker. And when you're grounded and present and centered, it's going to sound fuller and more rich and have more fluctuations. You're going to be really enjoying what you're saying. And I had this experience the other week of going to see my therapist, and I was running late and kind of rushing to take a shower and eat and get ready and get over to her. And she dropped me into this meditation of connecting with my soul. And speaking from this place in the meditation, she was amazed at how different my voice sounded. And even when I came out of it, I was still grounded and very present. So I was speaking more deeply and richly, and it's just from a place of fuller knowing. And she was shocked and reflected that my voice had completely changed. So this is a big one, and just check yourself to make sure that you are really grounded, really centered, really fully in your body. Do a little dance or shake or whatever you gotta do before you need to have a conversation with somebody or do your creative self-expression, because it's gonna make a big difference. The fourth way you're keeping your voice small is the fear of yourself, the fear of the unknown, what's inside, what wants to come through you. Your own channel is vast and mysterious and scary and powerful and scary. That makes it scary. The scariest thing in the entire world is ourselves and our power. And we got to realize that we are wizards and magicians hiding in the closet. We're coming out of the closet right now. We were fully aware that we were magic when we were young. And then our adult conditioning, societal conditioning our childhoods growing up beat it out of us. So there is definitely a mystery box inside of us, and it's important to be curious about why we would be scared. What would happen if you allowed yourself to fully be yourself, to fully express yourself? What are you afraid of might happen? And for me, when I remember how much trust I have in my soul, and I know that my soul is benevolent and that my soul is really in charge here. And when I remember that and I lean into that trust, that obliterates the fear of the unknown. There's only trust. So yeah, I invite you to be curious and investigate if the fear is coming from the fear of the unknown. And that is going to lead me to my last point. The last thing that might be keeping your voice small and that keeps a lot of people's voices small is stuck emotion in the throat chakra. Big emotion, repressed emotion, trauma. I'm talking screams, sobs, grief, maybe anger. What can help is definitely screaming into a pillow, underwater, going to the forest or in your car and screaming, or asking a friend to hold space for you, crying, writing a letter to whoever you have these big feelings towards, and not sending it perhaps, but writing a letter that's going to help your emotions to start flowing again. Shaking, dancing, like cathartic kind of dancing. Working with therapists can be great for this kind of thing, or a highly trusted friend to help you process and move the emotion so it's not stuck there, so it's not stagnant. With this kind of thing, it's just better out than in, right? Let's give it to the earth, give it to Pachamama to absorb it and transmutate it. And this is how we free ourselves. And that's it, my friends. 5 ways that could potentially be keeping your voice small, but no more very soon, I hope, right? Which 1 or 2 of these caught you by surprise, I wonder, or which 1 or 2 of these are you going to start working on first? I would love to hear from you so very much. Please like and comment down below. And if you have any questions for me on a video that you might like to see me make, please let me know. I will read every comment, and enjoy your journey of developing your authentic voice. We're actually all in the journey together, and I think it's going to be a lifelong one. So if you want to watch a video where I speak to your upcoming role in this great changeover and how you can prepare for it, and developing your authentic voice is definitely one way. So I will put the link up here and see you in the next one. All right, bye.